Uh, was that... Huh. Well, this doesn't bode well. Wrath of Man is the newest Guy Ritchie movie, but you wouldn't know it without the movie telling you that, which it does, of course. And that's the biggest problem here. Really quick, here's a synopsis without giving away anything. Jason Statham plays H, the newest hire at an armored truck company. He goes through the training, barely passes, and gets posted to a truck right away. Then, unlike his second job, the truck gets attacked by bad guys, and H goes all John Wick on them, leaving no one standing. What? But he barely passed his firearms testing. What's going on? The movie then bounces back and forth in time and explains how character X got to the party and how character Y got to the party, and that's all fine. It's even broken up into 4 self-titled chapters, sorta like a Tarantino movie, and that's fine too. And Jason Statham? He's fine as well. The direction is also fine. Do you see a pattern here? The movie isn't bad by any means. It's just typical. Typical and fine. Fine. Why am I describing a Guy Ritchie movie as fine? Where are the quirky characters? Where is the convoluted plot? Where is the snappy dialogue? These are the things I have come to expect from movies like Snatch, Rock'n'Rolla, and The Gentleman. Hell, even The Man from U.N.C.L.E. was more Guy Ritchie than Wrath of Man. I think it's because the movie is set in the States. Most of his films take place in London, and that gives a lot of his movies their character, something that is totally lost with Wrath of Man being set in Los Angeles. Generic is the word I think about most when I really think about what I just watched with Wrath of Man. And that makes me just a little sad on the inside. The movie has no humor, no real standout characters, and while it attempts a twisted plot that needs to be unraveled, in the end it's pretty straightforward and forgettable. When I asked where the quirky dialogue was, it's here. At least in the first 15 minutes, there's a scene where Jason Statham is walking around with a guy that's sort of training him and testing him. He has some oddball words that while I was hearing them thought, what's happening? Did Guy Ritchie actually write this? He did, with 2 other people. It just wasn't smart and snappy like stuff I've seen in his other movies. It felt weird. Now, let's defend this movie on some points. Humor really wouldn't fit here, I guess. What is going on in terms of the plot is very serious. But it was in John Wick as well, and even that movie took the time to throw some light-hearted quips at us. Even Nobody had it, and it worked. You can't tell me that Guy Ritchie couldn't have injected a little bit of his trademark style into this story without compromising the integrity of the plot. Huh. I was supposed to be defending the movie. Oh well, let's go back to that word. Generic. Wrath of Man, for me, is just another generic movie that will get chalked up with the likes of The Mechanic, The Meg, Transporter 2 and 3, and Homefront. None of those movies are bad, but they are pretty generic. And I know Jason Statham can do good stuff. Just look at Redemption, Wildcard, Safe, or even Parker to a certain extent. But this isn't his fault. This is all on Guy Ritchie as far as I'm concerned. Maybe he just woke up one day and said, I really want to make a generic movie. Just take it easy and cash in. And you know what? That's fine. Just please don't let it happen again. I know these two together can make awesome movies. They gave us Snatch and Revolver. To sum it up, it's an action movie that is gritty and violent with hints of greatness. That's the nicest I can be because Guy Ritchie isn't a bad director. And it was nice to see Josh Hartnett on screen again. I feel like I haven't seen him since like Wicker Park. Or maybe Sin City. Either way, it was nice to see him again. Welcome back, Josh. If you like Jason Statham movies or any run-of-the-mill action movie, you're gonna like Wrath of Man. It has a tiny bit of style that may give it a little edge, but if you're looking for typical Guy Ritchie quality, that's not here. And I know, for some reason people hate on Rock'n'Rolla, but I really like that movie. I got a real big soft spot for it in my heart, so I still consider that Guy Ritchie quality. So what about you? Have you guys had a chance to see Wrath of Man yet? If you're a fellow Canadian and you're in an area where your theaters still aren't open, it is available digitally on any platform where you can rent movies. If you have seen it, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next one. Wrath of Man is the newest Guy Ritchie movie, but you wouldn't know that. Oh, come on. COVID.